when I first started, there weren't that many minority streamers. There weren't. I don't think there were any. There was Kimmy Minks. Kimmy Minks as in relation to female streamers. And I don't remember any other brown people streaming. And I don't remember seeing many. I know Manny had been around before, but I don't remember seeing many black people streaming. Now we are in a much better place where I see multiple black people streaming. RDF being the head of that, RDF being the lead of that, and I love RDF. RDF is just the best in the world. Oh, sorry, that's CM Punk. But...
no, we were going to let it slide. At this podcast, we love and respect RDF Tactics.
Yeah, he's just brilliant. He's the best. But then I see more female people streaming, and I love seeing that. It's like FM Girl, Classic Katie, obviously Holly Plays as well, and you know that's just to name three. I'd love to see a lot more like brown people streaming. I'd love to see a lot more people who are comfortable in themselves, who are like who are from the LGBTQ community, and we have got quite a few of them as well, to be fair, streaming as well. And I'm really happy to see that. I feel like Football Manager should be a safe space for everyone, and I feel like diversity, you know, we need to be more diverse, and like I said earlier, I think diversity brings differing better views, and I genuinely do feel that. And that doesn't mean it's always correct. That doesn't mean as in like everyone's views are always correct just because they're from a diverse. No, I don't mean that. I mean like I feel like there's so much room, and we can bring so much different. Like once again, that different nature, that different thing. Like, you know, I can come out with like some of my Bangla stuff or my Asian culture and all that kind of stuff, and you know, RDF with he can be comfortable in himself. You know, we talked about that on my scouting center the other week. Sorry, that was a bit of a plug.
The link to the scouting center is in the description anyway. Like that's one of the first things that we'll do is put all your stuff on there. Like, because what I was going to ask was did you have, and I've spoken to RDF about this before, and he mentioned it on the last time that we interviewed him, when you first set that camera going and went live for the first time, did you have any concerns about how you'd be received? Because I know that was speaking to RDF, he said when he was doing his YouTube content, he never put his face cam on because he didn't know how he felt he would be received. He thought it was going to be a negative. And then when we did Monday Night Football as part of the Twitch sports, he was the only guy on there who didn't have a camera on. And he went, I'm not ready for it. And then now you fast forward 8 months, and my word, that boy's gone on a journey. Like, and he is himself and then some, and he's just smashing it, killing it, like yourself. Like, you wouldn't, if there was ever a concern or a question in your head, it certainly doesn't look like it. But what was that first thought when you hit go live for the first time? Was there any sort of like reservation at all?
100%. So I didn't know what I was going to stream when I first started, and I first started. So I didn't know about streaming up until lockdown 1, and then I saw FIFA. I wanted to play FIFA with my mates, but they wouldn't play with me because they were scared to lose. I'm not that good. That they were just that crap. And then, but so I got into FIFA. But then I remember seeing some streams. I remember going to Twitch and seeing some streams and seeing the racial abuse people were getting. And I was like, you know what? This isn't for me. Like, I mean, I've been racially abused regularly in my lifetime, so it's not the case of I can't handle. And this is what people say, right? It's the real world. You got to handle it. No, you don't. You don't.
No, not at all.
You ain't got to. So I made the decision to like kind of stream Football Manager because it was the game of my life. Like, you know, it is a game that I've played regularly since it was like Championship Manager back in the day. Was I concerned? I think I saw that it wasn't as bad. I think I didn't see any instances of racial abuse, but that could have also been the fact that before I started streaming, there weren't many regular minority streamers. But then when I started the camera, it was great. Like, the community really accepted me. I felt the love, to be fair, because there was a period of time for like, I started streaming in September, and before the new game was released in November, I was like averaging 50 plus. I was having like loads of people come in. You still get like, occasionally you get the odd idiot, which happens, but it's nowhere near the level of abuse I thought I'd get. So was I concerned? Yes. Is it something that affected me in relation to making content? No. But was it at the back of my mind when I was streaming? Yes. How do I feel about it now? There's always going to be idiots, right? And the bigger, I think, Football Manager content creation and Football Manager content on Twitch, on YouTube, I think it's growing, and I'm very I'm sensible enough to know that the bigger an audience, the more idiots that's going to allow entry into, or sorry, entry that they're going to enter the community, and I'm okay with that. As in, it is what it is. Like, it's not right. We all know that, but the right people know it's not right. So it's not a case of I'm not fighting against like a level of authority or the people at the top of the chain or people that the people that I'm surrounded by are amazing. You know, we've all got similar opinions. I've had these conversations with Ben regularly. I've had the conversation, actually. I was given an open floor to have a conversation about it with everyone in the Streamer Showdown on one of our 10 p.m. After one of the showdowns, which, you know, they didn't have to do that. And it's nice to see, basically. The people that matter, no concerns whatsoever. And that's what you want. The idiots you can't control.